If I could go back in time, I would change it. I do regret not being with him today.
And whose fault was it?
Probably mine, yeah.
Would you get back with him if you could?
Of course I would.
They may date bad guys in the meantime, but they're going to marry the nice guy. So remember, nice guys don't exactly finish last, because being a nice guy is a marathon, not a race.
Woman regrets losing the nice guy after she ages out of the dating pool. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. Let's get into it.
Tell me about the one that got away.
We met in college and we instantly clicked. A couple of things got in the way, different situations. If I could go back in time, I would change it. I do regret not being with him today.
And whose fault was it?
Probably mine, yeah. I wasn't outgoing enough to say how I truly felt in the moment. I thought it was easier to not. I thought maybe I can protect myself a little bit if I didn't show my emotion. But in the end, I learned that you should just be yourself and say how you feel at all times.
Is there anything that you would do differently?
We were both in very different places in our lives, and we both didn't really have space for a relationship, but looking back now, I would have made space for that.
Would you get back with him if you could?
Of course I would.
The thing is, man, I would bet that this is the majority of women that are in their later 20s and early 30s. I would bet that most of them have that one guy that got away, the one guy that made such a huge, lasting impression on her that she thinks about him throughout all of her relationships, that she is always going to be pining for that guy that was in her 20s. It's the concept of the alpha widow, basically. The guy that made such a huge impression on her. He gave her these peak experiences that she wasn't able to get from any other man. And now he just lives rent-free in her head, basically forever. Unless there's a man that comes along that can outdo that man.
Does he know that?
No, he's long gone. He's in a relationship right now.
Do you still love him?
Yeah, of course.
The alpha widow, bro. This is a story told thousands of times. She had a good one, but the call to the carousel was too strong. 10 years later, we see her strong and independent, self-working a job to pay her own bills and crying. Where are all the good men? Yeah, man, that's just the brutal reality, isn't it? They don't regret not having the man. They regret not having the bag, the security, or the loyalty. They want those aspects in Chad. They don't care if regular guys have it. Yep, definitely some truth in that. But they are going to marry the nice guy. Not anymore. Not when enough red pill knowledge is out there. Yeah, man, that's what I'm hoping for. That's why this information is so important. So men do not put themselves in disadvantageous situations. You're not just walking face first into a booby trap.
Don't let the internet trick y'all into believing that it's cool to be outside. Because being outside draining for real. It's only so much turning up you gonna be able to do. Talking to different people is draining. You on the phone with one. Now you tired, you just want to go to sleep. Another one calling your phone. You don't got the energy to get to this person because you just got off the phone. So now they in their feelings. That's draining, man. I can't wait till I just get that one and we locked in on each other. Now we just doing boss shit. If I'm outside, we outside together. It's over with. I'm not saying go for anything because I did leave my marriage. But if you in a relationship already, let this be your sign. If it's not something that's gonna hurt you physically or mentally, find a new way to fall in love with your partner. You're not always gonna be googly in love with somebody. Find new ways to fall back in love, because it ain't shit out here for real.
Because that right there is the grass is always greener mentality. And this is what women in their 20s fall victim to over and over and over. Constantly thinking that you can just trade up and find a better guy than you had before. But the thing is, man, those options dwindle throughout time. Not only do they dwindle, they fall off a cliff after you hit around 30. Say hypothetically she had 1,000 options when she was in her early 20s. Now when she's in her 30s, there's maybe 50 guys. She's not able to select from that same high value pool that she was before. And dude, you can just see it in her eyes on this one. You can see all of the experiences. Just look at that, dude.
We're in a generation where we all think we have so many options, right? If it doesn't work out with this person, it's okay because I can go on a date tomorrow. There's so many dating apps. You have Instagram. So many guys want me, they're in my DMs. So many girls want me, they're in my DMs. It's so easy to go on a date in this generation. That's why this generation is messed up. And relationships do not proceed and succeed. And there's divorce rates that are high. And people used to get married at a young age, like my grandparents, and they no longer do. Now, everything is toxic. Toxic is normalized. People love toxic. People preach toxic. I love toxic. There's memes on social media that are brainwashing individuals about toxic relationships, and they're laughing about it. That's why we are unhappy. We will never be happy, and we will never find true love in today's generation.
But that is the thing that makes relationships so empty today. It's because it has just become superficial, completely superficial. It's just, are you good looking? Do you have money? What kind of job title do you have? Do you have a nice car? No actual real values that will contribute to a long-term relationship. You know, like problem solving, conflict resolution, being able to regulate your own emotions, just getting along with other people. I mean, there are truly so many different things that actually create a good, long-lasting relationship. But so many of the things today are truly just superficial. No thought of, hey, is this person going to be a good parent? Are they going to be able to parent children? Are they able to get along with your parents? Do you fit into the family? It's like, no. All of that is just thrown completely out the window. And that's really what dating apps have done to the dating world. It's because you are just a swipe of the finger. Are you attractive? Where's the money? Where's the car? There's no depth. There's no personality. There's no nothing.
Do nice guys finish last? As someone who has gained almost 6 million followers for giving boys advice on TikTok about relationships, I get this question asked all the time. I'm going to give it to you straight and not just tell you what you want to hear. In this generation, there are a lot of girls that are interested in playing the game, playing hard to get, and playing with guys' feelings. Coming from a girl, I can tell you that the main reason girls do this is that there are some bad guys out there that have made a lot of girls feel like they have to put their walls up. Not that saying that is an excuse though. A lot of girls seek out the toxic men because deep down they think that's what they deserve. So when a guy is really nice and a genuinely good man, they kind of get scared and it feels too real for them. So back to the answer of your question, in your teen years and early 20s, you might find a lot of girls going for those toxic guys. And it might make you feel like, why am I even being such a great guy when no girls even notice? However, once girls mature, they're going to settle down with the men that are nice.
Once they mature. Right. Bro, she has 6 million simpy male followers that she gives advice to. Holy hell, man. This is how misguided this generation is. Because there is some truth to what she's saying. Like, yes, that is correct. As women age, they tend to go for the nicer guys. But that doesn't mean that it's a good deal and that the nice guys should put up with it. You were basically the last man in the lineup of 50. You were her last choice. And the thing is, why women go after the bad boys, it's not because a lot of them are insecure, okay? Maybe that is an element with some of them, but that's not exactly why. They go after the bad boys because they fulfill her hypergamous need. That's what it is. A guy that doesn't really take her seriously, a guy that's not that nice to her, doesn't text back. What are all of these things signaling? What are they signaling? He is signaling that he is better than her, okay? That's what it is. He's not taking her too seriously. He's more self-interested on his own path. And that's why women tend to go for the bad boys in their early 20s. It's because those are the guys that are truly arousing. They're not just attractive, they're arousing. And it's also not that women don't want the bad boys anymore. It's that they can't get them as they age. All of those bad boys that they loved in their early 20s are going for women that are in their early 20s.
They may date bad guys in the meantime, but they're going to marry the nice guy. So remember, nice guys don't exactly finish last because being a nice guy is a marathon, not a race.
This right here is one of the biggest reasons why marriages fail today, all right? And it's especially why women are so unhappy in their marriages, okay? You know that whole stat that we've quoted a bazillion times, 70 to 80% of the divorces are initiated by women. So why is that? It's basically because they got married to a man that was not their first choice. That's what it is. The guy that was her first choice, she met him when she was 23, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And that's exactly why so many marriages today just completely fail. Yo, I'm just saying, man, you gotta drop a like for this stuff, dude. This is pure heat. This is fire information I'm giving you guys right now. I just really hope it resonates with you guys.
Yes, I spent so many years with the career in the beginning, which was a waste of time. I'm gonna tell all young girls that I meet, it's a waste of time. And yeah, and then I guess it was just, I don't know, honestly.
Here's the thing, like, the girls don't like it when I say it, but when another girl says it, maybe it might hit home. Because I tell girls this all the time, don't piss away your top years.
I was gonna say, genuinely, like, I try to tell my younger girlfriends this, like.
They don't care.
What do they tell you when you tell them, like, yo, find a man now when you're still young and attractive, you know, get the best guy that you can, leave the casino when the chips are up?
Yeah, I just think that the feminism and woke culture is just so strong, and it's really hard to kind of change minds at this point. I don't know, even if you literally look at facts, like it's emotion just kind of overpowered.
Honestly, I give major props to this woman, seriously. This is genuinely what we need more of. We need women telling other women this, because this is the way it was in the past. It would be your grandmas, your moms, all of them would be giving you this advice, saying like, hey, you really need to capitalize on how you spend those early 20s. But it's all been replaced with this feminist programming. You don't need no man, you can have a family whenever you want, have a career, you can be an astronaut, it's awesome, super cool, oh my god. Just completely ignoring your biology, completely ignoring reality. So props to this woman for actually speaking up. It's cool.
The reason I say don't put too much weight on the breakup words is because when I work with the person who did the breaking up, and then they are trying to get this person back at some point, they tell me about the conversation they had at the end. And many people I work with feel that remorse. Like, I can't believe I said that to them. I cannot believe I did that to them. They have a really hard time living with it. So don't think all these people, when they hurt you, they just go in the other direction, forget about it, and feel like, okay, that's it, it's done. A lot of people do feel the effects of it after. Like, I can't believe I did that. That person was so important to me, and I acted like a jerk. Women. So don't think for 1 minute people don't sit with what happened at the breakup. They absolutely do. So don't tell yourself otherwise. They do. I know they do. I work with them.
Okay, so she's trying to generalize and say people, but we know what it really is. We know that it's women. Women do that. Say things that they don't really mean during an argument. They blow up, they break up, ruin the entire relationship, and then they end up regretting it later on. Do men do this? Of course, some of them do, but it's really only the more feminine type of men that do that. Because when actual men are done with a relationship, they are done. Done, walking away. It is toast. There's no coming back.
There's plenty more fish in the sea. Right, if these fish are my only options, I don't want them. Leave them in the sea, mate, because I've just had a lad text me. He said, I was in Costa this morning and I really thought of you, you know. I said, did you? That's really cute. How so? I thought he was going to say something sweet, like, oh, that's because you're like a shot of espresso, babe. Oh, no. Do you want to know what he's come out and said? He said, yeah, I saw on the menu that they had a flat white, so I ordered it because it really reminded me of your body. I'm sorry. A flat white. All right, valid, yeah. I might be an A-cup, and I may also be in need of a good fake tan, but that does not mean when you see the words flat and white, you should be thinking of me. Honestly, I'm done. But at the same time, at least he was thinking of me.
Exactly. That right there. It's about owning the mental real estate. Are you in her head? She makes this entire video complaining about what he said, but in reality, she's like, oh, he's thinking about me. It's so nice.
Question for the men. Have you ever had a female friend that you did not at any point develop feelings for throughout the duration of your friendship? So the whole time you've been friends, you've never had feelings for her and you guys are close. So developed tight homieship, no feelings for them romantically ever.
Because I mean, back in my blue pill days, I did have female friends, but I always found them attractive, of course, and that was the basis of the friendship. But I just didn't know how to get what I wanted. So you stay there in the friend zone, just hoping one day she'll realize that you're the good guy. But of course, that one day never happens. But nowadays, I don't have female friends, period. I'm either interested in you and I pursue you, and if it doesn't work out, then it's nothing. That relationship doesn't exist, that friendship doesn't exist, nothing.
For all the young women out there who are wondering what is going to happen when you get older and you're child-free and marriage-free. As a 48-year-old woman who has never had children and has never been married, I will tell you that life is amazing. I have a 3-bedroom home that I live in by myself with, of course, my cats who are super cute and sweet.
Yeah. Sounds great.
If I don't have someone saying, oh, who the does she think she is? I'm not going hard enough. I'm playing it too safe. I have wanted the approval of other women my whole life,
and it's held me back for so long. It was always this barrier in my head that stopped me from being my most full self was, what if other women look at me and think, who does she think she is? What if other women talk about me? What if other women get jealous of me? What if other women try and tear me down? What if? And so actually my fear of success was around a fear of my own greatness. Beautiful. Beautiful. What a beautiful way to look at it, right? You have to realize that being great and like letting yourself shine, it's not selfish. This is this thing we have of like not taking up too much space. Take it all up, baby. Take it all up, because you're going to inspire other people to do the same. You have to realize that stepping into your power is not selfish. Women are taught to take up so little space, even on the pavement.
When did TikTok become a dating site? Hear me out. So I get hundreds of messages every single day.
Okay.
Granted, I will not reply to any of you. I'm sorry. But I do see them all. And the amount of messages that I get that say, oh, we'd be so good together. Oh, you're so beautiful, but I live in Finland. I live in Ireland. All these other places. Or, you're so beautiful, but I'm a bit too old for you. Like, appreciate it, but babe,
Simps.
never once stated that I'm looking for anybody. Like, this is not a dating site. And a little FYI, I would never date anyone from TikTok. Ever. Like, no exception.
Sure. You're telling me a guy that has millions of followers DMs you and you're not replying back? Come on, let's just be real. Just because you're on a specific website doesn't mean that men are magically not attracted to women anymore. Every single website, every single social media is potentially a dating website. Let's just be real, bro.
I can't wait to live with my boyfriend, not because we get to hang out all the time, but because I get to do my own thing, but he's in the house. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm excited to hang out, but mostly I'm just excited to just have him around. Like, we don't need to be talking all the time. We don't need to be doing the same thing. I just like knowing that he's in the other room. Like, I want to do my own little crafts while he's in the other room yelling at the TV, playing video games. Like, I'm so excited for that.
That's a surprisingly wholesome clip and surprisingly real. I wonder what it is about that. Probably something to do with tribalism, building a family, just being around people you feel better, something like that.
You want marriage advice?
Oh God.
I do OF full time despite having a master's degree and a PhD. Yep, I'm literally a doctor.
Jesus.
And people are like, how the hell did you end up in the adult industry with all that education? Well, I'll put it simply.
Yikes.
My master's dissertation, and this is not a joke, was a feminist queer analysis of the historical links between witches and cats. Having an education does not make you employable, all right? No one was looking to hire someone who can educate you on the misogynistic persecution of felines, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, you get a doctorate in gender studies and you're shocked that it's basically useless. Just basically going from one bad decision to another. From PhD to OF. Wow. Good decision making.
How much should a guy make?
I don't think money matters. It's really what's in your heart.
Bull, come on.
No, I'm being serious. I mean, if they have a good personality and they can make you laugh, that's all what a girl looks for. I mean, me personally.
So if you're an RN and he works at a warehouse, you gonna date him?
Yeah, I would, honestly. If we're looking at my exes, yeah.
Okay. So none of that BS where he has to make like 100K?
No, not at all. If I'm wearing the pants and I can make money, then we'll be set for the rest of our lives.
Are you gonna hold him against it if you're making more money than him?
No, not at all. That's bullshit.
We must protect this cat at all costs.
Can you give me a spin?
Oh, I don't think I can do that. That's a little inappropriate. Oh.
Okay.
Come on now, dog.
Something about good traditional women is that even if they do have a job, they are working to help support the family. They're not just doing it to fill up their own bank account. And that's the thing with a lot of women in the West is they have a job so they can have like a backup safety plan in case the guy fails and she needs to get out of there. So that mentality is more of the wifey. She wants to support the family and help you work together so you can build a life together.
Coming out of a date and he's never gonna see me again, but he asked me a question that kind of made me go. He jokingly was like, oh, so who are these other guys that I'm in competition with? And I had to be like, other guys? No, you're in competition with me. You're competing against me because, listen, I'm great.
Please, no!
Oh, Jesus. Yo, it's like you have to fight a battle just to be with her. Just to be in a relationship with that woman, you have to fight against her because she loves her own attention and she loves spending time by herself. Dude, like, it's just undateable, man. You can't date a woman with that mindset. Have fun being single. I guess it's good you enjoy your own company. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. I'll see you later.